Thanks for tuning back in again, guys. What another crazy day it is in the cryptocurrency markets. You can see that after cruising back up to over $100,000 per coin, Bitcoin has absolutely tanked this evening here in the UK from 101,000 high on the day all the way down to 94,200. That's almost a 10% drop in literally a matter of hours. It's been an absolutely crazy couple of days here, as you can see in the charts. I have drawn a different kind of pattern on the chart today. As you can see, the story is kind of developing. You can see that we're following, rather than the triangle pattern that we were forming beforehand, you can see that we're now starting to form a little bit more of a channel. We're kind of bouncing and up and down out of this range. You can see that from where the price really took off at the start of this range, you can see that we've come down and we've tested this level of support twice. So yeah, been really good to see actually as well, despite the crash. If we zoom down to a shorter time frame, you can see that we are bouncing back up off of it again quite strongly. We'll go even down more to the 15-minute chart. You can see that right from that sort of wick low down at $94,000, we are bouncing up off of it quite nicely and consolidating in and around the $97,000 per coin mark, which is not a bad place to be in, all things considered. Now, I know that the initial feeling that many of us may have, myself including, is one of fear, panic. Is this the end of the bull market? Is it time to sell everything, cash in all of the profits that we've made, and call it a day? We're not going to see any rally into 2025. This is it, it's done. So it's completely natural to think that anytime the price goes down. But as the famous Warren Buffett once said, when there's fear in the streets, that's whenever it's time to buy. So yeah, there's definitely fear in the streets today. I can feel it scrolling through X, taking a look at crypto YouTube. There's definitely a lot of fear and uncertainty going around today. So myself, I've decided to take the opportunity to buy a little bit more with whatever leftover fiat currency I had. I've also taken the opportunity to reshape my portfolio, get into a couple of more altcoins that are sort of been on my radar, and sort of beef up those positions a little bit more, taking some profits on other coins which haven't gone down as much today. So trying to make the most of this dip buying opportunity, in my personal opinion. Again, drops, price tanking is normal in a bull market. Unfortunately, it's never just linear progression. The price does tend to correct quite strongly, even in a Bitcoin bull market. And just to highlight that point, I've gone back to 2021 to the bull market here, and I've drawn on some arrows where you can see the price corrected by at least 10%. So you can see that right the way from the bull market taking off in 2020 all the way up to at least even the first cycle top back in Q1, early Q2 of 2021, you can see that we've had a dozen, almost 10% plus corrections in the price. So just to see that the general trend was up throughout this period of time. But that's not to say that there'll never be corrections or the price coming down again from time to time. Again, corrections are healthy in the bull market. We don't want people FOMOing in when the price is running away from them without any conviction in what they're buying. And for people who have maybe been in the market for a longer period of time, taking their profits and dumping the price down further, we really don't want that to happen for a long, healthy, sustained bull market. So these kind of price drops, as was shown in 2021, are actually healthy and helpful for the general uptrend in the markets. Now, history and taking a look back at time is a good source, a good indicator of what might happen moving forward. However, it's not a predictor. It's not certain that that is what is going to happen again moving forward. But I like to take a look back at the historical data and make my forecasts based on assumptions of what the data is telling me. So that's my personal opinion. Obviously, you'll form your own as you do your own research. This is not financial advice. It's just my take on the market and what's happening today. If we also take a look as well, you can see here it's not a good time to be in leverage, in a leverage position. You can see here on TradingView in this news article, as the price dropped, the total value of wrecked positions in the past 24 hours shot up to 1.5 billion, which is, yeah, crazy, and 900 million in the last hour alone from the time that this was published. at 20 past 9 in GMT. So for me, that shows again there's still a lot of greed in this market, and the market doesn't like greed. It doesn't like investors getting carried away or thinking that they can outsmart the market and over leverage their positions. So for me, this is a good reminder to just stay in spot, not to get carried away, not to think that just because it's a bull market, I know better and I know how to play the leverage game. It's just so unpredictable. It's such a volatile market. It's a good, healthy reminder just to stay in spot Bitcoin and altcoins, and yeah, just take my profits when they come that way. You can see as well that we are continuing to decrease in the fear and greed index away from extreme greed. So we are still just in that extreme greed category, trending down from 80 last week, 79 yesterday to 78 now. I would again expect that with the price volatility this evening here in the UK, that when the next update is released in an hour and 43 minutes from the time of recording, that will again continue down, perhaps even out of extreme greed just into normal greed. So it's a good chance with these price fluctuations, the volatility, the drops that have happened in the market recently, just to just flush the greed out of the market and hopefully build towards a more sustainable longer term bull run into 2025. So it's I'm confident, I'm hopeful that we'll be in a good spot again after we've recovered from this flush this evening. You can see as well, even from Thursday last week, whenever there was the same feeling of panic, a feeling of fear, feeling of the bull market is over, you can see that we actually rallied again up to a high of 102,000 the next day. So the price is moving quickly. I'm seeing these opportunities, these corrections are dip buying opportunities. If there is any more positions I want to take in altcoins, which have corrected slightly more today than they did previously on Thursday during the last correction, these are sort of our last, hopefully, chances before everything really takes off into the next phase of the market. Another chart as well, which I find really interesting, is the Bitcoin dominance chart. So again, what percentage of the market cap that Bitcoin takes up of cryptocurrency. You can see that, again, this is the pattern that we've had on consistently throughout these videos that I've been making recently. You can see that we have dropped out of this wedge pattern on the macro perspective. We then dropped down quite sharply, quite strongly into this range of supports just here. So there's a lot of price action happened around this level. You can see that we bounced into it, consolidated for a little bit, and actually sprung back again from it, which again is a good thing because we want Bitcoin to be maintaining some sort of a dominance this early on in the bull market so that it has a longer way to go as the altcoin market continues to rise and increase. You can see it came back almost towards the 50 EMA, exponential moving average, which is this white line that I've got drawn on the chart, and is continuing to drop down now. But an increase of 3.6% on the Bitcoin dominance chart is massive. As you can even just see by eyeballing it, this is one of the biggest moves in Bitcoin dominance that we've had in quite some time, actually, quite a few months. So again, for me, this is a really healthy thing. It's good to see Bitcoin taking a little bit more dominance after such a sharp fall. And again, just gives a little more breathing room for the altcoin market and hopefully some more room for it to run whenever the altcoin market decides to take off again. You can see as well the others chart, so the total crypto market cap excluding the top 10 coins, dropped down again into this same zone of price action that we had drawn on before, around the top of the cup pattern from the previous bear market. You can see that it has been bought up pretty quickly. We're still kind of bouncing around in this range. If we take a look again on a smaller time frame, I'll go down to potentially the hour time frame, maybe even shorter than that. We'll go down to 15 minutes. You can see that there's still a lot of volatility. The price is still bouncing around in this range a lot, and is actually, or the market cap, sorry, not price. It is continuing to drop down again here. This is not a bad thing. This is a strong level of support. Again, it's healthy to have these corrections in the market, and yeah, I'm confident that whenever we find our floor, hopefully this is the floor coming up again. This came close towards the 50 EMA here again. We'll come back to test up these all-time highs again from before, up towards $493 billion. For me, it's been a great opportunity today. the sea of red might be concerning for some people. It might be it's natural. It's human instinct. We don't want to see our portfolios going down. We don't want to see our investments being worth less than they were yesterday or than they were whenever we made our investments. For me, actually seeing red nowadays is really exciting. It's another opportunity to buy, to purchase, to make sure my portfolio is in the shape, the condition that I want it to be in, to make the most out of this bull run. So I'm certainly seeing all these red bubbles today as opportunities to take more positions or get myself sort of reshape things and get into positions that I have wanted to be in, but haven't really had the opportunity because a lot of these altcoins have been running quite hard recently. So I'm seeing some of these drops as opportunities to get in at a really, really good price on them. If we take a look at some of the coins that I am in, Spectral had a decent run lately, all the way up to over $18 a coin from $3 earlier on this year. You can see people were this was all the rave, this coin over the last couple of weeks. This is an AI agent play. AI agent, I think, is going to be one of the biggest narratives in the bull run for this cycle. And you can see here we're down at $11 from last Saturday. So for me, that's a sale. The stock market is the only place in town where people don't flock whenever there's a sale on. So this would be a great opportunity to take a position here. One again that I've taken a position in today is Edge. This is a DePIN, a decentralized physical infrastructure network. And coin crypto project, and you can see here that it broke up over $1 a couple of days ago, and we're down at less than 70 cents now. So again, a massive 30% discount basically on what we had highs in whenever people were all talking about it and everyone was getting excited about this new decentralized physical infrastructure network play. I'm hopeful that again over the next couple of days this will be actually a really good level to have bought at, and we'll be even pushing ahead above these highs again moving forward. And again, there's lots of different opportunities. Take a look anywhere along the crypto market at the moment, and you're not going to be struggling to find a good opportunity to get a good coin at a good price, or a good project at a good price. You can see here actually again the price is coming back down to test this level. It'll be interesting actually to see what's going to happen at this level. We can even zoom down to the shorter time frame. There's a huge red bar live as I'm recording, which is again being bought up off of this level of support, which is again fascinating to see. We'll keep an eye on that. We'll come back to that tab actually in a couple of moments time. I was going to again just to reassess what the market is looking like doing moving forward. So in our previous video, we discussed the core inflation rates that the US will be announcing on the 11th of December. That's 2 days time from the time of recording, and how this is a major macro economic calendar event that really can impact the price of Bitcoin, because it kind of indicates as to what we might see with the next federal interest rate decision. So you can see here that we're hoping for a core inflation rate of 3.3% year over year. If we take a look at what that means for the Federal Reserve's interest rate decision, we are still confident, the market is still extremely confident that we'll be dropping the interest rate by 25 basis points, which is continuing the trend from the last couple of months. Again, lower interest rates is really good for risk assets like Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency market. These are speculative assets. So whenever the cost of capital is cheaper, investors tend to go more risk on or risk tolerant with their investments, and that will see more money flow into the cryptocurrency market. So it's great to see that we're still confident that there will be a decrease in the interest rate. And again, using our good old friend Polymarket, this is a really cool tool that I like to use to kind of forecast and see what might happen. It's got some really strong predictions recently. You can see that we're still sitting at about 86% over here, that we'll see that 25 basis points decrease in the interest rate, which is, yeah, really encouraging. Gives me a lot of confidence that we are going to be heading into a much easier position for investing, a much easier environment, which is really, really good to see. If we can stomach this volatility, I'm hopeful that whenever the economy eases and the cost of capital is cheaper, that we will continue to see the price of altcoins and Bitcoin increase. One other thing as well that we do have coming up tomorrow on the 10th of December, again at the time of recording, Microsoft shareholders will actually be voting on whether they want to hold Bitcoin on their balance sheet, which would be huge. They have a huge amount of cash sitting spare, which is just being deflated away to nothing. They do have that obligation to their shareholders to make the most of that cash. However, at the moment, we are seeing that it's not looking likely that they will vote for Bitcoin to be held on their balance sheet. So we're sitting at around 16% chance that they will decide to hold it on their balance sheet, which is again not looking too strong. However, what an upset it would be if the silent majority came out and voted that they did want Bitcoin on the balance sheet, and Microsoft, one of the biggest, most stable, recognizable companies in the world, decided to do that. Tesla are already doing it. We all know about MicroStrategy and Michael Saylor holding it on their balance sheet. Who's to say Microsoft won't upset the odds and decide to do, even with a small portion of their cash reserves, just to test it out as well. So yeah, that'll be interesting to see tomorrow as to what the shareholders actually vote to do, or whenever the news is announced. We'll tick back over here to have a look and see what Bitcoin has done actually whilst I've been recording this. You can see again, we really have, we came down to test the same level as before. That was bought up again back at $94,000 extremely quickly, and we're moving back up over $97,000 again already. You can see that this really is a strong buy zone. Investors are really willing to take Bitcoin at this price, which is exciting to see. So I'm hopeful that we'll start to see things move up again from here. Again, none of this is financial advice. This is all just my opinion, my speculation, what I think based on my experience in the markets is going to happen. Probably a little bit of hope in there as well. Obviously, you'll do your own research and you'll seek your own independent financial advice. But I'm excited for what the next few days could bring, and I hope that you are all as well. If you've got any value from this video, I would love it if you would give me a like, if you would subscribe, leave me a comment with what you've learned or with any questions that you've had. Any engagement would be, just fantastic for me as I continue to build out this YouTube channel. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch it today. And until the next time, we'll see you again then.